This is my favorite side to be. Ready? Ready? What's your shoe size? I don't know. You want to try? Yeah, that looks more comfortable. It's really hurting. Okay, never mind. You can't wear it. Yeah, it's true. I mean, like everyone goes that fit. I mean, if I had a this full fit from Pune, like 2 days ago. You should have asked Vikinesh to get it. I didn't know he was coming. No, she didn't. It's a thing. Oh, you would still asking. You keep asking. Bitch. Does my hair look good? It looks good either way. I just pulled it up. Yeah, so it's very weird. It came all the way from Pune to me. Not even native. That's like usually I put Amma complaining. Did he ask you all? No, and then yesterday we were at Yellow. I kind of figured like tier 1 man or something.
We'll just have to lower. That is fine. No, we were just like, if it's too. Hi, mics are adjusted. Yeah, yeah. Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. We said it together now. I think one person should do it.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Hello. Check, 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 check. सारखं चेक करताय. चेक 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 थांब हे लावून ठेव. चेक 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 चेक. ह्याच्यावर नाही येत आहे. हे फॅन्टमला पॉवर लागते ना, ती पॉवर फीडबॅक देते. चेक. अरे लवकर कर बाबा. हा बघ 5 मिनटं राहिले. स्वप्नील 5 मिनटं राहिले. 5 मिनटं. चेक 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 चेक. अरे कूलरचा नाही, हा ह्याचा आहे. मॅम 1 मिनिट. माईक चेंज.
Hello.
देख रहा हूँ कुछ most of the time when you call this mobile.
Okay, do we skip the entry part?
We request the audience to please settle down as we begin the ceremony. A few important announcements before we get started. Kindly switch off your cell phones or put them on silent mode. We request you to please stay for the entire duration of the program and leave the hall only once the chief guest is escorted out. Kindly do not crowd the central aisle to take photographs. We have made arrangements with professional photographers and videographers.
As we welcome the chief guest, we request the audience to please stand. The graduating students will now be entering the hall, starting with the batch of 2020, followed by the batch of 2021, and then the batch of 2022. Please give the achievers a loud round of applause.
Audience, please keep cheering for the batch of 2020.
Come on, make some noise for the batch of 2020.
Let's hear it for the batch of 2021.
Come on, keep cheering for the batch of 2021. Now entering the hall, our youngest graduates, the class of 2022. Let's encourage our youngest batch with a louder round of applause.
Audience, let's keep cheering for the class of 2022.
Make some noise for the batch of 2022.
Thank you, graduates. We request the audience to please stand for the college anthem.
Thank you. Thank you. We now request Father Rector to escort the dignitaries to the stage.
Before we begin the ceremony, we would like to take a moment to thank the Lord for this beautiful day and the perfect opportunity to celebrate our students. I request everyone to please stand and maintain a prayerful posture as we invoke the Lord's blessings.
Lord, I believe in you. Increase my faith. I trust in you. Strengthen my trust. I love you. Let me love you more and more. Guide me by your wisdom. Correct me with your justice. Comfort me with your mercy and protect me with your power. This prayer we ask in your name. Amen.
I request the audience to please be seated. Thank you, Nitya, for leading us into prayer. I now call upon Father Rector to please felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Khalid A.H. Ansari, with a token of our appreciation.
Professor Perry will now be giving a felicitation from the BMM department to Father Rector. Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the BMM department for the batch of 2020, 2021, and 2022. My name is Sasha Lobo,
And I'm Nitya Binu.
and we'll be your MCs for the evening. We are so grateful to be here in front of all of you, physically, and celebrate this glorious moment with you.
In the 3 years that you've spent at St. Xavier's, you have been nourished with knowledge, resources, and a plethora of opportunities. Today is the day you receive your wings. Use them to live up to the Xavier's motto, provocans ad volundum, meaning provoking to fly. I would now like to invite Professor Akshara to please come forward and formally welcome the gathering.
the next exciting phase of your life. I happen to be a student of this college. So casting my eyes, my mind's eye, back to my own graduation ceremony in the last millennium, somehow the word millennium seems further back in time than the first century. That is for me a sort of exhilaration. Standing before you, I'm experiencing very honestly and at a little rush as I record my own feeling of glorious anticipation of what will be ahead as I symbolic coming of umbilical cord with a
Is it all right? Thank you. Graduations are unique milestones in our lives. For you graduates, they are the payoff for long hours of dedicated study and hard work in the classes, of blood, toil, tears, and sweat, in the words of former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, although in a different context. And for you all, some of whom have had to wait up to 3 years to enjoy the fruits of your success, today is the climax of long hours spent poring over books, not only in the classroom and at home, but in the plenteous library you have been fortunate to have here in this institution, for honing your skills on the sports field, participating in stage and or any of the other wonderful student activities here at St. Xavier's. Put together, they all combine to form the unique amalgam of the accomplished human being that you are today. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, by virtue of being a graduate of St. Xavier's. That said, being a privileged, burnished product of this esteemed institution, you now owe it to yourselves, to your family, and in fact to society at large, to exploit your full potential and make yours a purposeful, enjoyable journey ahead in the service of your fellow human beings. The career you have embarked upon imposes upon you tremendous and extraordinary professional responsibilities towards your society and country, apart from and way beyond those of being a mere bread earner for your family. Those of you in the profession of print journalism are now embarking upon a career in a field that has been illumined by distinguished patriots, self-sacrificing freedom fighters, editors, publishers, literary luminaries, and the like. Many of them made tremendous sacrifices for the lofty nationalist causes they championed over the years. The time has come for those of you aspiring to be journalists to ask yourselves honestly, Are you really up to the challenge? Remember, by opting for the profession you have chosen, you are now wearing enormously large-sized shoes that call for idealism, huge capacity for sacrifice, commitment, and sincerity of purpose. By virtue of being influencers and having access to large numbers of our fellow human beings, we media practitioners of all shades have special responsibilities to be unfailingly truthful and courageous at all times. This responsibility has become all the more onerous in these especially sensitive times, one we cannot take lightly if we are to be true to ourselves and to our calling. If, and only if, you are blessed in extraordinary measure with zeal, courage, passion, josh, jazba, and have within you the fire to bring about change and reform in society, the way ahead for you is to become a crusading editor no less. If not, jump off the bandwagon without delay. I'm sorry I speak very bluntly. If you do not, you will be disloyal to your calling and unfaithful to your true worth. There are tremendously exciting opportunities open for you in media and mass communication. Editors of courage and integrity, as we of an earlier generation knew, have become virtually extinct, unfortunately, and are today as rare as the Loch Ness Monster or the Yeti. But as heaven knows, brave editors with a cause are the need of the hour, and increasingly so by the hour. Take my word for it, as a mediocrity without ambition, you will certainly earn a livable wage, but will miss playing among the stars. And that will be a real shame, for you will be letting nobody down except yourselves, most of all. Remember, as a bright, gifted young graduate of this prestigious institution, with stars in your eyes, you have only one way to go, and that is up. And remember, they can, who believe they can, in the words of the Latin motto, as famously adapted by Henry Moore.
your work and a boosted reward you gave me to me. My dear beloved father, son and I have been often in Mumbai, property stood in Madanpura, near my family. In fact, that intersection is now named after him. I next on to become a legendary freedom fighter, editor and professor of the renowned Nimisha and Ruthvik, which is today is 86 years of publication. As for me, college from the same optimism, mind faith, misguided self-belief, lunacy, still would not offer to do it. As far as I'm concerned, I am a little expression of life myself with when you put on my plan, so whatever I want. I entered into the turbulent world of magazine publishing on a whim and a prayer with Sportsweek magazine, which actually took on the geographical sport and pastime sports magazine published from erstwhile Madras. I had virtually no roof over my head, no human or financial resource, nothing, only a dedicated team of journalists who were my friends. In all modesty, Sportsweek went on to become the leading sports magazine of Asia for 2 decades until its closure in 1989, for lack of insufficient advertising support, and as you know, advertising is the work of good. In another David and Goliath analogy, followed Xavier, my afternoon newspaper in our metropolis, Mumbai, that has not one, but 2 extremely well-established ladies from powerful and well-established all Indian newspaper conglomerates, from financial and control resources were these problems. Despite lack of international financial and business resources, no proper roof over my head, no financial and business resource, admin, marketing, and editorial staff, newsprint stock for production capacity, etc., was the name for any cleansing that supported the business to succeed. Midday, though all the required circulation records, and had come down as a case study in the handling of Indian newspaper publishing, even though I say myself, I'm not doing it. I repeat, I say always not to pat myself on the back, but to hopefully inspire all of you. I must mention as an aside that at midday we were blessed by the Mahatma in the form of a strike and one of the competitive officers and a fire at the other, just before the launch of midday. Can anybody expect or ask for luck of this kind? But like I said, जब ऊपर वाला मेहरबान तो ज़्यादा पहलवान. We decided we would not lay the foundations of midday on the ashes of a competitor, literally, because there was a fire there. Other times of India offices, I might mention, and postponed the launch of midday by a week. Because we believed in a level playing field and fair competition. In time, an edition of midday was started in New Delhi, Sunday midday in Bangalore, Inqalab in New Delhi, Sportsweek in Hindi in Mumbai, and Gujarati midday in Mumbai. To this day, the Inqalab Urdu Daily, even after 86, and midday after 44 years, continue to inform, entertain, and enlighten their loyal readership in 2 languages, albeit under new ownership. I have, on a personal note, I have been blessed with 2 sons and a daughter. Both my sons fortunately decided, as you all, to hitch their wagons to the star in the same profession as you have done, namely journalism and mass communications.
They have been successful, even though I say it as their parent, in their own rights, not only in print journalism and commercial printing in India and the US, but also in radio broadcasting. Radio 1 94.3 was started by my son as a joint venture with BBC Radio London, with stations in 7 Indian cities. Lest I be misunderstood, I mention all this in the hope that it will inspire you as well to even greater spectacular success. On a personal note again, through sheer accident of birth and by dint of having chosen the profession you have chosen, I have been able to start and run newspapers and magazines in India, the US, the Middle East, and for the United Nations. In all humility, I have been able to represent my country at that august but ineffectual body, namely the United Nations, accompany dignitaries on state visits abroad, cover cricket test matches all over the world, cover 9 Olympic Games, Commonwealth and Asian Games in different parts of the world. I have survived the vicissitudes of newspaper and magazine publishing up to my ripe old age of 99 today. To be able to share my wonderful journey with you today in what is essentially a wonderful world, or Jab Upar Wala Meherban, as I'm fond of saying. And in fact, I have recently written my memoir, and that happens to be the title of the memoir. I end in the fervent hope and belief that my exciting journey will ignite at least a minuscule spark in a small corner of your wondrous brain and lead you to spectacular success. Thank you again, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words of insight. You had each and every one of us enthralled. It's truly an honor to be in your presence. I now request Father Rector to address the gathering.
Dear friends of the Xavier's family, taking the liberty of including you in the Xavier's family, including the chief guest who graduated many years ago. So thank you for coming for this event. Not all have been able to come. Thanks to Perry and all those who put it together. Congratulations to all of you. I would like to say two things, one in form of a prayer and the other is an announcement. My prayer is very simple, that you live up to the values of our college. 3 primary values. The first is to be innovative, professionally innovative, to be creative. I hope you've developed skills for that. Your world is a challenging world. Media, it's not an easy world today. To some extent compromised, in fact. And when you want to express yourself, to communicate, you're going to experience many challenges in our country and elsewhere. In spite of that, I hope you are able to be creative, critical, and rightly expressive. Second one is personal integration. Life is tough. You're going to face many challenges. I hope that Xavier's has given you strength of character, personality, moral integrity, so that you don't give in too easily, don't give up too easily, in spite of the fact that you're going to have rough times. So that second, my prayer is that you cultivate personal integrity or integration, be a strong person. And the third, which is very important in our times, the value of social inclusion. You see all over the world and in our country, a lot of divisive forces. That is not going to be good psychologically, socially, and economically as well. If you want the economy to thrive, harmony should prevail. I hope Xavier's has given you a taste of the appreciation of diversity, and I hope you value that and cherish that. India, if it has to survive as a country, we have got to respect and value diversity. And in your communication enterprises, wherever you are, I hope that you value these three values: professional innovation, personal integration, and social inclusion. So that is my prayer. My announcement, we are restarting our alumni association. We have had an older alumni association. For some reason, it has it was a registered society. We want to restart that now, start a new alumni association. So, one of the tasks of the alumni association is to have something called an at-home, where it's a sort of a send-off for those who are graduating. So we plan to have it on the 31st of July. It's on a Sunday, so we'll have it on the 30th of July. So most welcome for that as well. We intend to call the 3 years that have graduated. I don't know how the college will be able to, whether we have enough space, but Xavierites, we have enough space in our hearts, even though we are space crunch. So if you can make it, that's fine. So you'll also get an invitation. Please register to be members of that alumni association. We'd like you to make an impact in the world. When I use the word members of the Xavier's family, you are not part of the Xavier's family only when you were studying here. We want you to be part of the Xavier's family beyond. We'd like the education that you have, that the values that you've got, the knowledge that you've got, to be of service to our country and the larger world, and to continue to be thought leaders, value leaders. So I do hope you take an active part in this alumni association, which I would personally like to push as well. Thank you, Mr. Ansari, Neha Ansari. Thanks, both of you, for gracing this. He mentioned that he has been to many events, but I don't know whether you mentioned this during your speech, but this is a very special event for him. I think you said this at the start. Special event for us as well. And in fact, I told him this is a formal event. I hope Perry invites you, to have a normal class, maybe with all we have 2 divisions now. So most welcome to come and address us on a more informal level as well. Thanks to all the visiting faculty who I'm meeting for the first time. Thank you for coming here for this event. And of course to Perry, Akshara, and we have 2 new professors as well. Have fun, enjoy life, make the most of your Xavier's education. God bless.
Thank you, Father. We really appreciate your wise words. It really wouldn't be a graduation without hearing from the stars of the day, the graduating students. So let's now take a walk down memory lane with the representatives from each batch. Please welcome Gena and Niharika from the batch of 2020 to share their experiences with us.
Good evening. It's been a while, 2 years to be precise, and I'm so happy and honored to be here. As I'm walking around and moving past all the ways I've walked before, scores of memories are flooding in, but I'm supposed to keep it short, so I'm going to stick to the best ones. Xavier's is many things. It's a place of learning and growth. It's a name that commands respect. It's challenging, it's refreshing, sometimes chaotic and always fun. But most importantly, it's a kind, welcoming, and accepting place. Of the 60 of us that spent 3 years here together, only a few of us were from Mumbai. Most of us came from vastly different places, homes, and lives. Schools can often homogenize and churn out many versions of the same person. But this was a place where we were encouraged to be ourselves, to embrace our roots and our experiences. We had the freedom of opinion, and that made every class and discussion an insightful and enriching experience. The best way to grow is to be open to others' thoughts and experiences, no matter how different from yours. And we had plenty of those here. Apart from the learning and the degree, of course, I hope that's what we all carry into our lives from college. So thank you to the teachers that taught us and also very patiently dealt with us, to the friends who made mistakes so we wouldn't have to the families that supported us, to Vinod Bhaiya and his sandwiches, and the 60 of you that made this place home. Thank you, Xaviers.
When someone asks me about my college experience, how my time away from home was, it takes me a moment to reply. And it's not because I have nothing to say, but I have too many things to say. It's so difficult to pick one memory over another and come up with a semi-acceptable, impressive answer. We've been dreaming about saying our goodbyes for over 2 years now. Hopes wavering because it's been 2 years. And I'm very glad, but emotional at the same time, that we get to take this beautiful chapter to its definite conclusion. The most wonderful things that happened to me were from decisions for which I didn't spend too much time planning. And that's the beauty of BMM. We've all had such similar experiences, but we've been affected by those experiences so very differently. As Perry used to say that with TY came our deer in the flashlight days. But if it wasn't for my decision to choose journalism, and why? Bas kyunki kuch alag lag raha tha, what would have followed would have been completely different. The reason that it gets so tough to part away with materialistic things in life is because of the people and memories that give life to those things. I used to think that I'll miss my chill latte and my dahi puri in the woods the most, but the people that I shared those things with were the ones I missed the most. LR 64 might just be a room for some, but for me and my classmates, it symbolizes shared camaraderie, heated discussions, newfound friendships with the faculty, and a stronger bond than AD could have ever imagined. That class in the corner taught me to think critically, listen to different opinions before forming an understanding of my own, accepting that the world isn't black or white, but the grey needs to be decoded too. The lecturers and professors that walked into that room ensured that a bunch of confused idiots grow up to be adults with an independent conscience. So here's to us headless chickens riding the wave for the past 5 years and for years to come, knowing fully well that we'll have each other to fall back on. As I say my official goodbye to Xavier's, I want to thank the faculty who helped reassure that endless uncertainties can seem like endless possibilities. My classmates for tolerating my laughter even though many complained of an earbleed. The staff and canteen bhaiyas for keeping us well fed, and Bombay for making me feel like the main character in my story. Thank you for making these 3 years the best 3 years of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Gena and Niharika, for sharing your amusing anecdotes. It was wonderful hearing from you. We now invite Nimisha and Ruthvik from the batch of 2021 to come forward and address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nimisha from the 2021 batch. So in the 2-3 years we spent at college, we've made a lot of fond memories and also learned a lot. Something I really enjoyed doing, and I'm sure many of you will agree with, was organizing a dance workshop for Dola Re Dola in the woods and being subsequently asked to perform for Perry ma'am in the class. I will never forget that day. But if I have to talk about one of my favorite experiences in this course, it will be about the times we had our class outside the classroom. I really want to thank the BMM faculty for structuring our lectures in such a way that blended our surroundings with our curriculum. I'm talking not just about morning lectures in the quad, but also heritage walks around fort, or 8 a.m. cultural studies visits to the Chinese temple in Musgao. These visits really made me start appreciating the city around me much more, and even piqued my interest in our local history. Before I knew it, I started associating our college with Bombay. And in the process, I got to learn so much about the city that I've always lived in, but knew so little about. So I just want to end by saying it feels really great to see everyone here together after 2 years, and you all look really beautiful. Hope we stay in touch. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a real privilege and an honor to be speaking in front of you all physically and being present here in front of you all. I'd like to talk about something that was close to my heart, which also gave me an opportunity to find a family outside my classroom as well. It was about the debating society. I was a member of the debating society that St. Xavier's had inculcated throughout the years. So it had created a reputation of itself throughout the country where you know that it was a force to be reckoned with. But sadly, in the preceding years before I joined in 2019, it had started to lose its vigor for some reasons. Luckily, we had, as our beloved professor and HOD of BMM, Perry ma'am would call, a crazy fellow within our ranks, Ritobrata Mitra, who deserves a special mention. He started the rebuilding process of the debating society in the hopes to bring back the reputation that we had previously itself. And in that works, we saw that the phoenix rise again from the ashes. But the process wasn't so simple. We did encounter early losses, and then we started to lose that motivation, but we didn't lose the passion. But this was not the first thing I recall whenever somebody brings up debating society or Xavier's for that matter. We went to multiple colleges. We visited Ram Manohar Lohia College, Symbiosis Law School, Pune, Gujarat National Law University, IIM Ahmedabad, Christ University, Bangalore. But in all those places, we don't just recall the debates that we had. But in Lucknow, I remember visiting Imambara, Rumi Darwaza, and relishing those giloti kebabs. In Bangalore, I remember visiting Wonderla Adventure Park. In Pune, I remember visiting the Blades of Glory Cricket Museum. In Gujarat, well, we are all mature enough to know that there was nothing much to do. All in all, I look back at the moments of joy in this quest of finding some point in this pointless life, that there is something for all of us, and finding those moments of joy is more important than losing ourselves within the chaos of our professional lives and the job that we have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nimisha and Ruthvik. It was wonderful hearing from you. Ira and Natasha from the batch of 2022 are now invited to come forward and present their thoughts. As we listen to the experiences of the students from the batch of 2022, we request the volunteers to please escort the batch of 2020 towards the stage for the felicitation.
Good evening, everyone. 5 years ago, I sat in this very hall for our junior college orientation. I remember being told that Xavier's will help you discover what you believe in. That day, I was hopeful. 2 years later, I met my classmates. We sat in our first BMM lecture, and the first question we all answered was, who are you and what do you want to become? That day, putting pen to paper was dreadful, and I was confused. 3 years later, today, I stand before you. I still haven't found answers to those questions. And to be very honest, I have never been more confused in my life. But the questions that used to scare me then do not anymore. Because today I can acknowledge my belief in the state of confusion. A confused mind is good. And I wish we spoke about it more often and shared it with each other. Because the nature of our mind is confusion, and that's its beauty. I know it's true that a confused mind can't figure anything, but here I have learned that it can gather everything and mull over it endlessly like a cow chewing its cud. A confused mind, like I said, is great to be in because it makes you wonder, question, and hustle. The faculty at St. Xavier's College has helped us organize our confusion, and for that we are immensely grateful. We wouldn't be here today without the endless support of our families. So thank you so much for your patience and love. BMM has been a full circle, leaving us back in the same place, still having changed us in a huge way. Congratulations to all my peers. I take pride in how far we have come and have irrefutable faith in how far we will go. After all, what will we do with the rest of our lives if we learn everything now? Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Hello everyone. It's so nice to be in this room with everyone, all of my seniors, my batch of 2022, our professors, and especially our parents all up in the gallery. You guys are the MVPs. Yes. I remember a friend of mine in second year, she asked me, what kind of kids go into BMM? And she kind of, wanted to know what type is it? Is it the academic ones, the creative ones, or the lazy ones? My answer was somewhere in the middle of all three of those things. But now, after 2 years, I think I know why I didn't know the answer then. It's because we're all so different. The plurality within my class, academically, students from science, from arts, from commerce, culturally, we're from all over the country, and some of us are even from outside of the country. And especially when it comes to where our interests lie. I know I'm sitting in a room full of future filmmakers, designers, hardcore journalists, and confused souls like me and Natasha. But within this plurality, I think the one thing that we all had in common when we enrolled for this was that we wanted to do something different. Be in a course that put us in a little bit outside of our comfort zone, so to speak. And an open-mindedness that I have not seen in any other circle. And this also includes our professors who have been very supportive and have provided guidance that I think we will carry for a very long time. So, this is for my class of 2022, the last of BMM Mavericks. I want you to know that I am very proud of you because you have been so unassuming and so welcoming to everyone. And that matters more than any kind of skill set, any kind of achievement. Guys, we made it. Thank you for lending me your ears, and let's celebrate each other today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ira and Natasha. Hearing from you was like reliving a day at Xavier's. We'll really miss having your batch around, especially when we look for familiar faces in the canteen.
For the next part of the ceremony, I request the faculty of the BMM department to please make their way to the stage. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Now, on to the most awaited part of the graduation, a celebration of our students and their lives here, the Felicitation Ceremony. The certificate you receive today is not just a piece of paper, but is a culmination of hours of work, effort, creativity, resilience, and of course, countless all-nighters. I now call upon Divya Nair to proceed with this part of the ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. The graduates for the batch of 2020 are as follows. Sorry. First, we have our journalism topper of the batch of 2020, Guneet Chhabra. Followed by Lavina Kawil. Amanda Crasto. Rachita Dabre. Sian De Cruz. Melissa Disa. Desiree D'Souza. Please, can we have some cheers? Shania D'Souza. Pallavi Dwivedi. Jamima Gonzalez. Shruti Ghosavi. Sashank Iyer. Tom John. Niharika Khabra. Gehna Kapani. Sakshi Karande. Chankrit Kaur. Can you please have some cheers? Sara Khalko. Pratna Khurtarkar. Aditi Kulkarni. Joel Lawrence. Abraham Litau. Preet Patel. Niva Fatir Faker. Can you please have some cheers, please? Madhura Rani. Jnaneshwari Raut. Vaibhav Sanap. Triya Shah. Anushka Sharan. Prachi Sharma. Gajrat Singh. Archana Tatikonda. While I read out the rest of the names from the batch of 2020, we request the volunteers to escort the batch of 2021 towards the stage. Cheryl Shaji. Rachel Vergis. Savan Kaul. Shivani Rathore. Kruti Shetty. Anjum Khan. Calvin Dikuna. Muskan Mulchandani. Congratulations to all the graduates. I now invite Ishan Gulati to proceed with the ceremony for the batch of 2021. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Proceeding now with the batch of 2021, please welcome with a huge round of applause, Simran Rekar. Shivani Maggo. Aaron Mistry. Ananya Thomas. Angela Stephen. Anna Abraham. Anamika Sunil. Arushi Bhardwaj. Aishwarya Bodke. Ruthvik Chibbar. Tithi Chaudhary. Natasha D'Souza. Shonel D'Souza. Vanya D'Souza. Kyle Fernandez. Ryan Fernandez. Vigin Fotedar. Hazel Gandhi. Daniel De Cruz. Jessica Gomes. Shreya Gupta. Agam Jain. Joseph Oliver. Nefertari Joshi. Yash Karmanchari. Nimisha Koda. Shirin Kumar. Rachel Matthew. Shloka Mehta. Swaraj Navandar. Dhrumi Nishar. Shubham Pandey. Andrio Pereira. Crystal Pinto. Anugrah Pundir. Shanaya Samtane. Sasha Frank. Princey Parik. Simran Shah. Sasha Shinde. Suryansh Srivastava. Tanay John. Tanya Thomas. Terence Mann. Darshna Tiwari. Shrushti Sawant. Ishita Soni. Neil Gagada. Urvi Shah. Riva Sheth. M. Arunan. Anjali Awadh. Abhishek Sahu. Miraz Khan. While I read out the rest of the names, may I please request the volunteers to escort the batch of 2022 toward the stage? Miraz Khan. Mrunmay Chavan. Smith Vishwasrao. Shrushti Kankadia. Parth Pandey. Shreya Gupta. Aaron Rubello. Congratulations, batch of 21. I now call upon Jennifer Jayan to proceed with the ceremony for the batch of 2022. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
The graduates from the year 2022 are as follows. We begin with our toppers. From advertising, we have Natasha Dedia. And from journalism, we have Ira Ghosh. Moving on to the rest of our graduates, Reena Diaz. Ken D'Souza. Jaxo James. Noela Francie. Ronan Carvalho. Muskan Gambhir. Stesha Pereira. Adelcia Dilemma. Jessica Fernandez. Kiara Salazar. Lavanya Ahire. Arya Jyotin. Anjali Palod. Luke Diaz. Let's keep the applause going. Janelle Sequeira. Suresh Menon. Ragini Maheshwari. Serena Rodriguez. Milenia Rodriguez. Christopher Gibbs. Naina Bajpai. Let's keep the applause going, guys. They're your classmates. Milenia Rodriguez. Brittany Dharmai. Akshita Toshniwal. Chavi Tayal. Pulakita Maekar. Hassan Haidar. Pankhuri Joshi. Khwaish Gupta. Dhaumya Anjaria. Anjali Sebastian. Harsh Sarda. Jeremiah Mendonça. Haley Pandya. Arpit Gomes. Shalom Saldana. Sherwin Fernandez. Gaurika Joshi. Sanika Totade. Let's keep the applause going. Last few graduates, guys. Vaishnavi Chavan. Disha Anand. Soumya Agrawal. Bhumika Dikshit. Pakhi Jain. Andrita D'Souza. And finally, Daryl Pinto.
Anisha Chandra.
Who's next?
Nathan Fulgado. Yatharth Hora. And Rugveda Bagwe.
Congratulations once again to all the students. Thank you to the faculty. You can resume your seats, please. Congratulations, everyone. You are surrounded by your peers, teachers, and parents who have seen you grow in your Xavierite journey, and you've truly made us all proud. Please welcome Professor Perry, the head of the BMM department, to say a few words.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the love. Yes? Yeah. Well, I'm here to, of course, thank all of you. First of all, I have to say it in Tamil, right? So, Ella Pugarum Iraivanake. All glory only to God. Yes? So my first thanks is to the Creator for having made this day possible for all of us. This is going to be a very unhurried thank you. I'm not going to hurry through it. Today is a Sunday. We all know that. But you see, your teachers, the guests, and all of our technicians have made this possible for you on a Sunday. Yeah? So I'm going to take time to thank them. And what I want you to do is pay close attention and send a warm regard to each one of them. So pay attention. My deep gratitude to Padma Shri Khalid A.H. Ansari and Ms. Zaina Ansari for gracing this occasion with their presence, for their thoughtful support in initiating the Khalid A.H. Ansari Scholarship and the Abdul Hamid Ansari Scholarship for media students in BMM Xavier's and the XIC. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Father Rector, Father Pesso, and the Jesuit management, and of course, every photo you see in this great hall, for that is our inheritance, the Jesuit inheritance, so I thank them for guiding us. I also thank our principal, Dr. Rajendra Shinde, for suggesting and permitting for a first of its kind department-led graduation for all students. My heartfelt gratitude to our financial supporters for this evening, the parents of our current third-year students. Their generosity has made this elegant evening possible. We will be acknowledging them by name in our forthcoming magazine, so please read it and say a thank you. In the lockdown years, some of our students needed financial support, and so the following people I want to mention at this juncture. Ms. Tanya Malik from the batch of 2016, Ms. Kavya Relan from the batch of 2018, Mr. Josie Paul and Mrs. Mary Josie Paul. Josie is a member of our Board of Studies and is also a die-hard Xavierite, which the 2020 know. Also, join me in acknowledging our behind-the-scenes warriors, Swapnil Bhagwe, his team of decorators and technicians, our very own college electricians, Das and Dinesh from MMR, our admin peons, our office peons, Mane and Arun. They've all played a very silent but very critical role in making this evening possible. Thanks to our exam department, our exam controller, her team, general office, their team, the treasurer's office, and their team. In spite of what our experiences have been with them, they do a magnificent job. So, your certificates have been possible only because of them. A big thank you to the Vice Principal Science and the 30+ college professors who were here yesterday organizing this whole setup for the toppers of the college, which was the function yesterday, and hence we are a 2-person department, now we are a 4-person department. So there was a tremendous load taken off our shoulders because of that team. So thank you to them. A big round of applause for our current second-year media students. Who've done correspondence, design, printing, scripting, manning registrations, operations, administrations, and anchoring the ceremony today. Yes? Thank you, parents, for being here today to encourage us along with your awards. Your children keep us young and agile. Trust that through the lockdown, you've managed to spend time with them and see that golden heart of theirs, which they very tactfully hide otherwise. Thank you to each of our visiting faculty, Professor Kishu, Professor Vidya. Please give them a round of applause. Shweta, Snigdha, Devdat, who refused to come but made it. Fali Singara and Ronit Sarkar and Divya Morparia and Savio and Joseph. Yes? So special thanks to Professor Joseph and Professor Savio for the on-ground support and supervision and keeping the team of young students motivated. A big thank you to Khyati, the bunch of you who saw her, who dropped in for no reason yesterday and got pulled into the show. And Lizelle, I don't know if she still made it here. She was the one who was registering at the desk. She came for her LOR. She's going to Britain. And I said, please come. So she came to help out today. And she came all the way from New Bombay. Big round of applause for Akshara ma'am. She has tirelessly worked and anchored for this day to be a reality. So finally, and most importantly, thank you all, dear students. Thank you for unabashedly being real. Thank you for the tough taskmasters you are, Thank you for keeping us on our edge. Thank you for supervising our teaching. Thank you for digital distancing that you enforced by keeping your cameras off. And most of all, for your omnipresence in WhatsApp, Discord, Zoom during online exams. An eventful journey we have shared through the most turbulent years in recent human memory. As you travel further, live in abundance, be true in spirit, let the legacy of Xavier's be your companion. We love you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Can we please have 3 cheers for Perry ma'am and all the BMM faculty? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Someone wise once said, and by that I mean Winnie the Pooh, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. We can only imagine how difficult it is to say goodbye to an institution as special as St. Xavier's, something that has played such a monumental part in your journeys.
As we close this ceremony today, we, on behalf of the entire institution, wish you all the very best. We hope you go on to live successful, prosperous, and fulfilling lives. Make your alma mater proud wherever you go and imbibe its values in whatever you do. Once a Xavierite, always a Xavierite. Thank you.
I now call upon Shravani Bugde to lead us with the National Anthem. I request everyone to please stand.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request the audience to wait for our guests to leave the auditorium, so please wait. Just give us a minute.
As Ma'am said, I request everyone to please remain standing while the dignitaries are escorted out of the hall.